You're mid-sentence when the lights die. Not a flicker. Gone. And the clock starts now. Here's what nobody in Texas wants to say out loud. Your state runs its own power grid. Separate. Cut off from the rest of the country on purpose. And in a scenario like the ones preppers train for, a coordinated hit on that grid, that independence stops being pride and starts being a trap. No neighbor to borrow from. No cavalry crossing the border. Just you, the dark, and 60 minutes that decide everything. I'm the Doomsday Badger. I don't panic, I dig in. So let's walk it minute by minute, what actually fails, in what order, and the three things standing between you and a very bad night. Minute 1. The grid doesn't fail politely. It fails in a cascade. One piece drops, the load slams onto the next piece, and that one trips to save itself, and down the line it goes, faster than any human can react. In most of America, the machine leans on its neighbors when it stumbles. Texas built its grid to stand alone, with only a couple of thin ties to the outside world. That was a choice. And in an attack, it means there's almost nothing to lean on. You saw a taste of this when the winter storms hit and the whole thing buckled. Now imagine somebody did it on purpose, at the substations, all at once. So here's the part nobody sells you. Your survival in the first hour isn't about heat or food. It's about whether you can make your own power. Not a screaming gas generator you can't run indoors and can't find fuel for. Quiet, stored power you already have in the room. This is where something like the Anker SOLIX C1000 earns its place. It holds your lights, keeps a phone charged, runs a small fridge, and does it silently while the street outside goes black. Charge it before you ever need it, and minute 1 stops being a crisis and starts being an inconvenience. The people who prep their own power just sat down. Everyone else is already fumbling for candles. But power's only the first domino. Because here's the problem. With the lights back, you still have no idea what's happening. Minute 5. You reach for your phone. Everybody does. That's exactly why it fails. Cell towers have backup batteries, sure, but hours, not days, and half the network chokes the second a hole. City dials at once. Calls won't connect. Texts hang. That little SOS appears, and now you're not just in the dark, you're deaf. No news. No warnings. No way to know if this is one county or the whole state. This is where two cheap tools outclass a $1,000 phone. First, to listen, a hand crank. Radio like the Midland ER310. No grid. No dead battery. You wind it, and you pull in the emergency broadcasts and weather alerts that tell you what's actually going on. Information is a weapon, and this is how you keep yours. Second, to talk. A pair of GMRS radios like the Midland GXT 1050. When the cell network is a graveyard, these still reach your family across town on your own private channel. It gets worse for the folks who never thought about this. They'll spend the next hour screaming into a phone that will never ring. You'll already be coordinating. That's the whole game. While the crowd loses its mind, you're the one with a plan and a signal. And there's one more system about to quietly turn on you. Minute 40. You turn the tap. It sputters. Here's the ugly secret about your water. It doesn't arrive by magic. It's pumped, pressurized, and treated by machines that run on the grid that just died. Pressure bleeds off within the hour, and once it drops, dirty water gets sucked back into the pipes. That boil water order you've heard about? This is the moment it's born, except now. There's no power to boil with. A filter like the Sawyer Mini turns questionable water into safe water without heat, without power, without waiting on anybody. That's not gear. That's the difference between hydrated and hospitalized. And protect the electronics that are keeping you alive. A Faraday bag like the Mission Darkness holds a spare radio and phone, shielded, so a second pulse can't finish the job the first one started. Keep your lifeline off the shelf and in the shield. Step back and look at what you just watched. Power, comms, water, they didn't fail by accident. They fell like dominoes because they were built as one fragile chain on a grid somebody chose to leave standing alone. The system was designed to protect the system, not your street, not your family. That's not a conspiracy. It's just how it's built. And it's exactly why the animal that survives isn't the biggest. It's the one that dug its shelter before the storm and refused to depend on anybody else's. 60 minutes. 3 failures. And now you know the order they come in, and the 3 things that keep you standing. Prep your power, guard your signal, secure your water. Do that, and the worst hour in Texas becomes just another night in the burrow. Subscribe, because next I'm breaking down the 9 states most likely to survive a grid collapse, and whether yours made the list. Stay low. Stay ready. The Badgers got your 6.